Explain mo na natin, no, how you got involved into this petition. Sino yung represent mo rito, Attorney Emil?
Unang-una, this is not the first case na hinawakan ko against Duterte Youth. So actually, this started June of 2019 nung pumutok yung balita nga na si Ronald Cardema yung naging first nominee ng Duterte Youth. So at that time, naging issue yung edad niya because when he was nominated as the first nominee of Duterte Youth, in fact, last minute po yun, that was a day before the 2019 elections, last minute po, nabigla yung tao na yung naging nominee ng Duterte Youth is actually not a member of the youth sector na because at the time, 34 years old na siya. Because under the law, which is the Youth in Nation Building Act and under the SK Reform Act, ang definition ng youth po is between 15 to 30 years old. So at that time, Ronald Cardema is already outside of that age bracket, 4 years beyond the maximum age. So we filed actually a cancellation case against Cardema para hindi po siya maupo na nominee ng Duterte Youth. So in fact, yung pumirma po doon is hindi lang ako, but the two pillars of election law practice, so si Chairman Sixto Brillantes, who was already retired at the time, at saka si Attorney Romulo Macalintal, who is another famous election lawyer. So, nag-co-sign kaming tatlo doon to assail the qualifications actually of Ronald Cardema. We won that case sa division and later on, we won also that case sa NBank. That's why hindi po naupo si Ronald Cardema at the time. But in the course of the preparation ng kaso na yon, we were able to access the registration documents of Duterte Youth. And when we checked the papers, we were surprised na actually hindi po siya registered under COMELEC. In fact, they were not able to even reach the publication stage. And that's why we were surprised sa bakit po nasama ng 2019 elections yung Duterte Youth kung hindi naman pala siya registered na party list. So at that time, September na yon, we filed another case, which is the petition to declare as null and void yung registration ng Duterte Youth and or to cancel the same. So alternative po yung causes of action namin. Kasi sabi namin, una, i-declare nyo na null and void dyan because hindi nga siya registered under the rules ng COMELEC. And yung second po is sabi namin, if in case, assuming nga na mali kami doon sa unang argument namin, nonetheless, you should cancel Duterte Youth on the ground po that he committed untruthful statements in their petition. Because remember, may ruling na at that time yung COMELEC saying na nagsinungaling si Cardema as regards yung yung qualification niya to become the first nominee of Duterte Youth. So yun po yung kaso namin way back September 2019. And until now po, yun po yung pinaglalaban namin 5 years after, hindi po nare-resolve ng COMELEC. And we are very happy that for the first time, after 5 years, under the leadership of Chairman George Garcia, na gumalaw na po yung kaso at last.
Basically, 2 points yung yung na-raise nyo rito. Doon muna sa doon sa hindi siya registered. What exactly do you mean? Ano yung pagkukulang doon sa registration process?
Okay. Ang number one, hindi po lahat ng organization pwede sumali sa party list election. You have to go through the registration process, which is defined by RA 7941 or the Party List System Act and as detailed in the COMELEC Resolution 9366. So ano po yung proseso nakasulat? Ano pong anong requirement, anong dapat pagdaanan? Okay? So ang proseso po dyan is magpa-file ka ng petition which should include all the requirements na nakaset sa batas, diba? Including your track record, proof of membership, proof of consent, among others. Okay? So the moment na pumasa ka doon sa initial evaluation, parang checklist yan i-check ng COMELEC, kumpleto ba yung attachments mo? Pag pumasa ka doon, then you go through the process of publication. So yung process of publication is very important because eto po yung pagkakataon na ina-announce ng COMELEC. Sasabihin niya, Pilipinas, merong nag-a-apply dito na party list, na maging party list group, ang pangalan niya ay Duterte Youth. Lahat ng may reklamo, pumunta kayo sa ganitong araw at ganitong oras, i-file nyo yung opposition nyo doon. So this would serve as a notice to the whole country na merong applicant, and kung meron kayong reklamo, then eto na yung pagkakataon nyo. Okay? So this publication requirement is very important because the nature of party list registration is what we call in rem. Ibig sabihin po, this pertains to the status of the organization, okay, as a party list organization. That is why, if in rem proceeding po siya, it is the act of publication which gives COMELEC the jurisdiction over the case. In other words, kung hindi po mag-acquire ng jurisdiction ang COMELEC over this case, then it cannot grant the registration process.
Hindi nangyari yung publication.
Hindi, well, ang history nito is that nung pagpasa pa lang ng Duterte Youth, pagpasa niya pa lang ng petition niya, it was severely lacking. Ibig sabihin, kulang halos lahat ng requirements. Ang nipis-nipis po, few pages lang yung petition nila, which usually dapat, ano yan, ang kapal niyan usually at least a foot, 'di ba? Yung sa mga attachments mo. Nagpasa sila few pages. That's why it was dismissed outrightly by the COMELEC. Summary dismissal po 'yon. Okay?
Sorry. Summary dismissal lang
ng petition nila. So pag file pa lang, dinismiss agad ng COMELEC kasi nga kulang. Okay? So hindi po siya pumasa doon sa initial evaluation ng COMELEC, okay? So ang ginawa ngayon ng Duterte Youth following the rules of the COMELEC is they filed a motion for reconsideration. Okay? Sa COMELEC kasi, the moment you file a motion for reconsideration, it is usually elevated to the COMELEC NBank, and then it is the NBank that decides the motion for reconsideration. Okay? So ang nangyari dito is that the NBank at that time reversed the division. Okay? Ni-reverse siya yung ruling. But what's interesting with that reversal is that the COMELEC NBank only stated na nire-reverse niya yung division. Hindi niya dinefine ano ang susunod na gagawin after the reversal. Okay? So ang interpretation ng Duterte Youth dito is that when it was reversed, that was tantamount to the grant of the registration. Okay? But the correct process, as in fact what was done by the subsequent members of the COMELEC, is pag magkaroon ng reversal, dapat nire-remand yan, pinabalik doon sa division for the continuation of the proceeding. So dapat binalik sa division, nagkaroon ng publication, nagkaroon ng public hearing, at nagkaroon ng decision. So dapat that should have been the correct action of the COMELEC.
Isang question. Yung bang problema na yan sa registration, curable ba yan kung niremand sa division tapos inayos ng Duterte Youth yung proseso?
Well, technically, hindi siya curable. It's really, at that time, nung ni-reverse ng NBank yung decision ng division, technically, wala pa siyang jurisdiction eh. Because ang rule kasi, pag walang jurisdiction, you can only dismiss but you cannot grant. Okay? So in other words, the correct way is for the COMELEC to have it published first sa level ng division and dapat pinapublish niya. Okay? Para po magkaroon siya ng jurisdiction. Ibig sabihin, magkaroon siya ng authority to grant the petition. But it was not done. Okay? So, hindi po tayo nagkaroon ng publication. So, our main argument in this case is because walang publication, therefore, walang jurisdiction ng COMELEC, and therefore, kung walang jurisdiction ng COMELEC, walang registration yung Duterte Youth. Okay? So, because po ang requirement of publication is explicitly stated under RA 7941. Nakalagay po doon na dapat mag-register. And we also argue that under the 1987 Constitution, a political party can only be registered only after sufficient publication. So in this case po, it was not satisfied, and therefore, it is not only against the rules of the COMELEC, it is also against the law, it is also against the Constitution, and therefore po, walang kalaban-laban yung Duterte Youth sa kaso namin na ito.
Okay, hindi ba pwedeng gamitin ang argument na dalawang beses na silang naupo, dalawang beses nakatakbo, tapos itong pangatlong pagkapanalo nila, yung tinatawag na the voice of the people, hindi ba pwedeng gamitin argument yun to supersede yung mga requirements by the law and by the COMELEC rules?
Well, unang-una po, dahil jurisdictional ang pinag-uusapan natin dito na nakakulangan no, on the part of the Duterte Youth. Pag jurisdiction kasi yung pinag-uusapan, our jurisprudence is very clear na there's no waiver, there's no prescription, there is no estupel. Kahit po, anytime, anywhere, you can raise the issue of jurisdiction. It cannot be cured also. Okay? So in other words, kahit po erase namin to ngayon, after even 50 years from now, it will be, valid pa rin yung aming argument because jurisdiction yung nire-raise naming issue. Okay? Second, the Supreme Court has also ruled repeatedly that no amount of vote can cure a lack of qualification. So in other words, kung hindi ka nag-satisfy sa batas as regards dun sa requirement ng registration, kahit unanimously iboto ka pa ng lahat ng Pilipino sa balat ng lupa, it will not cure the fact na hindi ka registered. In other words, hindi ka kandidato. So in other words, kung hindi ka kandidato, dapat lahat ng boto na makuha mo, they are all treated under the law as stray. Okay? So yun po yung effect nun.